morning students. A warm welcome to this recorded class. In the previous video, we have discussed about sentences and their types based on their functions. Yes? Now in this video, let us discuss the types of sentences based on their structures. Okay. So this is a very important topic for you. Okay. So it will be very useful for you when you go to higher classes and all. So before you watch this video, don't forget to subscribe my channel, and whatever doubts you have, you put it in the comment box, like my video and share the video with as many people as possible. Okay. So now let me start the topic. So before I start today's topic, let us discuss what all we are going to learn in this video. Okay. See here now, what all we are going to learn here. Different types of sentences according to their structure. We are going to learn different types of sentences according to their structure and definitions and with examples. We learn the definitions of different types of sentences, and we also learn about several examples for these types of sentences. Now let us see different types of sentences based on their structure. Okay. See here, there are 4 types of sentences based on their structure. First one is simple sentence. Second one is compound sentence. Third one is complex sentence, and fourth one is compound complex sentence. So let us learn about them in detail. Okay. Students, now let us see what is a simple sentence. Okay. A simple sentence is also called an independent clause. We also call it as an independent clause. That means what? It doesn't depend on any other sentence. Okay. So it contains a subject and a verb, and it also expresses a complete thought. So it contains a subject and a verb, and it expresses a complete thought. Now let us study the first example here. See, some students like to study in the mornings. So some students like to study in the mornings. Here I have mentioned students in yellow color because it's a subject, and like I have mentioned in green color, so it is a verb. Okay. Next, Stephen and Bang play football every afternoon. So Stephen is subject and Bang is subject. So these two I have put in yellow color, and play is a verb, so I have kept in green color. Okay. Next, Emily goes to the library and studies every day. So Emily is a subject, so I have put it in the yellow, and goes is a verb and studies is a verb. So I have put these words in green color. Okay, students? Students, now let us see what is a compound sentence. Okay. So a compound sentence consists of 2 independent clauses. Okay. They are joined together by a comma and a coordinating conjunction. So when we write a compound sentence, we join 2 independent clauses by using comma and a coordinating conjunction. I already told you what is an independent clause. So that sentence does not depend on any other sentence. Okay. So here you have coordinating conjunctions. Let me explain what are coordinating conjunctions. They are for, and, nor, but, or, yet, so. Okay, if you take first letters, it's an easy clue for you when you identify compound sentences. Simple clue is, take the starting letters of each word. See, in for F, in and A, in nor N, in but B, in or O, in yet Y, in yet so. If you take the starting letters together, you can keep it as fanboys. So if you keep this clue in your mind, then you can easily identify what is a coordinating conjunctions and how you will write the compound sentences. Okay, students? Now let us see the examples of these compound sentences. See, he was tired, for he went to bed early. So I have used comma here after one independent clause. What is that? He was tired is independent clause. It's not depending on any other sentence. Okay. So comma I have used. Later I have used the coordinating conjunction for. He went to bed early. Again, he went to bed early is another independent clause. So when we combine these 2 independent clauses with a comma and a coordinating conjunction, then we call it as a compound sentence. So this is a compound sentence. Okay, students? So next sentence if you take, I cooked dinner, comma, and he washed the dishes. So I cooked dinner is an independent clause. It's separated by comma, and we have used what? Joined it with coordinating conjunction, and he washed the dishes. Okay. So this is an independent clause. This is an independent clause. It is joined by a comma and a coordinating conjunction. So this sentence is again a compound sentence. Next, if you take the next sentence, Jane has a red car, comma, but Jill has a blue car. So here Jane has a red car is an independent class. Jill has a blue car is an independent class. It is joined by comma and a coordinating conjunction but. So this is again a compound sentence. Hope you have understood, students. Students, now let us see what is a complex sentence. A complex sentence contains an independent class and at least one dependent class. Okay. The classes are joined by either subordinate conjunctions or a relative pronoun to the dependent class. So let us see what are subordinating conjunctions here. See, if, when, because, while, until, unless, after, since, although, etc. Okay. So now another thing is we have to put comma if the sentence starts with the dependent class. So after the dependent class we have to put comma if the sentence starts with the dependent class. What is dependent class here? It is dependent on some other sentence. Okay, students, now let us see a few examples of complex sentences. Okay. When he handed in his homework, he forgot to hand the teacher the last stage. So here if you see here, first I have used dependent class. When he handed in his homework, if I take this sentence separately, there is no meaning. Unless we write an independent class, there is no meaning for this sentence. For this. So we have to add an independent class to give meaning to this whole sentence. So we call this as a dependent class. So I have used dependent class first. So after the dependent class, what I did, I used comma here. He forgot to hand the teacher the last stage. So this is an independent class. Okay. So first is dependent class and it is separated by comma and we have used one independent class. So it is a complex sentence. Okay. The human brain never stops working. So this is a independent class. So the human brain never stops working is which class? Independent class, because it has complete meaning if I take it separately also. Until you stand up to speak in public. If I take until you stand up to speak in public, there is no meaning if I take it separately. So this is again a dependent class. So you have one independent class and one dependent class. So it is a complex sentence. Okay. Even though she suffered from arthritis. So what class it is? Yes, this is a dependent class because it doesn't have separate meaning if I take it separately. Even though she suffered from arthritis, she studied hard is a independent class. Even though she suffered from arthritis is a dependent class. She studied hard is independent class because she wanted to go to the medical school in London. That is again a dependent class. So here you have two dependent classes and one independent class. So again it is a complex sentence. See here students, next example. Because Alex and Michael arrived at the bus station before noon, I did not see them at the station. So I have used here which here because I have used. So because Alex and Michael arrived at the bus station before noon. So it is a dependent class and it came in the starting. So I have used a comma here. I did not see them at the station is an independent class. You have one dependent class and one independent class. Okay, now let us see the last type of sentence, that is compound complex sentences. Okay, they are made from two independent clauses and one or more dependent clause. Okay, at least you should have two independent clauses and one or more dependent clauses. If you see the example here, although I like to go camping, I haven't had the time to go lately and I haven't found anyone to go with. So although I like to go camping is which clause it is? It is a dependent clause. So you have one dependent clause here. I haven't had the time to go lately is a independent clause and I haven't found anyone to go with is again another independent clause. So you have here you have what? One dependent clause and two independent clauses. So it is a compound complex sentence. Okay, let us see a few more examples now. Okay students, now let us see the examples, okay, of compound complex sentences. See here, when you are ready, I will call the store and we can talk to read. If you see here, when you are ready is a dependent clause, I will call the store is independent clause and we can talk to read is also independent clause. Okay, now second example, before the trick or treaters came, so that is a dependent clause. Jill made candied apples. They were delicious. So these two are independent clauses. Before the trick or treaters came is a dependent clause. Jill made candied apples is an independent clause. They were delicious is again an independent clause. Okay. Jean had a headache after the party was over. So Jean had a headache is a independent clause. After the party was over is a dependent clause. So Paul cleaned up the house is again independent clause. So first here you got one independent clause. Later you got one dependent clause. And next is independent clause. Next if you take Jennifer calls Chris. Jennifer calls Chris. So it is independent clause. Whenever she feels sad, dependent clause. He cheers her up, independent clause. So here what did you understand by this? So a compound complex sentence will have two independent clauses and at least one dependent clause. Okay students, hope you have understood this video. So if you like this video, please subscribe my channel by pressing that bell icon and press the like button, and whatever doubts you have, put it in the comment box channel. Thank you very much. Let us meet in the next video.